Paul Tracy continues to lead the Grand Prix of Long Beach with about a 1 second advantage over Junqueira. Alex Tagliani runs third, followed by Bourdais and Ryan Hunter-Reay. Now, it was decided that there was not enough fluid on the course from the Serbia car to justify an all-circuit yellow, so it was only a local yellow, and we remain under racing conditions. Let's go down to Calvin Fisher with report on the Oriole Serbia car.
Well, Dale Coyne Racing and the boys here go to work. There's an oil leak in the engine bay somewhere which is causing the smoke. The Champ Car officials warned the team about it, and eventually we're going to bring him in with a black flag. The team brought him in. They're trying to fix the problem. They were seeing an oil pressure drop on the telemetry here. The Cosworth boys were monitoring that and said, you need to get that car in here, otherwise you aren't going to pop the motor. But an exciting season for this team. They've got two drivers of the caliber they've never had before, not as a two-car team, and they're certainly looking forward to some solid results this year.
Paul Tracy leading Junqueira by just a little bit over a second now. The Tracy and Carpentier cars look very, very similar as we jump on board with the second place car, but the difference is that red spot right on the front nose of Paul Tracy. That is a maple leaf, indicating, of course, his Canadian heritage. That is one of the ways that you can tell the difference between Carpentier and Paul Tracy, and his number 1 on the wing plate also is red, signifying, of course, that he is the defending champion of the series.
The only radio report Paul Tracy has given was that the car is good, which means Bruno Junqueira is catching him as opposed to Tracy dropping back. I looked at the timing and scoring. Junqueira just set fastest lap of the race, so we are in for a real charge here.
That's an interesting point, Derek. Talking about the form of Bruno Junqueira in terms of the bigger picture of the championship implications. Bruno finished second to Paul Tracy last year, even though he got out of the gate very slowly. He was able to accumulate points in the first several races, even though he did not have a lot of speed. He was new to the Newman-Haas team. It took a while for him to gel with the engineers and get the car tuned to his liking. His style was not too similar to the driver Cristiano D'Amata, who had left the team to go to Formula One. So the fact that he is this quick early in the season bodes well when you add it to his characteristic, even demeanor, even temper, good decision making. Could bode well for Bruno Junqueira's championship run.
While we continue to watch the action on the track, we can tell you that the number 11 car of Oriole Serbia is officially out of the race. So Bruno Junqueira setting his sights on the leader, but Tracy continues to pull away. The advantage now up to 1.6 seconds. And before today, Tracy had led 3,386 laps in his Champ Car career, the most of any driver. The guy second on the list was Jimmy Vasser, and he is already out of the race. So Tracy will continue to pile up and go further ahead in the list of most laps led in Champ Car competition. He has led all 18 laps so far today. Calvin?
Well, Bob, it's been a bad day for Dale Coyne Racing. One of the early retirements was Tasso Marquez. What happened there on the first lap?
Man, some of the guys spun and we just did not have enough room for my car, so I tried to pass and someone hit me on the side. That was it.
You have to be excited about the potential this year. I mean, everyone in very equal equipment, a lot different in Formula One with the experience you had over there. So potentially you and Oriole can really put in some strong performances this year.
I mean, we started very well this weekend. In the first practice, we I was 10th or 15th. It was good, but at the same time, we had a lot of problems during the weekend. So I think we need to work very hard. We have all the equipment and it's just working the right way. I think we'll be there.
All right, mate. Best of luck in the next round.
Thank you.
19 laps completed as Tracy, Junqueira, Tagliani, Bourdais, and Hunter-Reay continue to be the top 5. Paul Tracy is leading all the way so far and has the most laps led of any active driver. He is second on the all-time list. There's down through position number 12 held by Nelson Philippe, and 3 drivers out of the race at this point. Back at the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. Paul Tracy has led all the way so far. Took the advantage near turn number 1 of the very first lap and has held it all the way. Junqueira, Tagliani, Bourdais, Hunter-Reay, Carpentier, Dominguez, Wilson, Levin, and Jourdain are the top 10. Now, Tracy has begun to lap some of the slower cars. Roberto Gonzalez has been lapped, and so has Nelson Philippe. There is Carpentier and Dominguez in their 6th and 7th battle. Right now, that is the closest battle on the track. Patrick Carpentier has 32 career starts. This was his 33rd. And last year here at Long Beach started 6th and finished in 6th position. And that is exactly where he is at the moment. Back to Paul Tracy, who continues to enjoy almost a 1.5-second lead now on the pole sitter of the event, Bruno Junqueira. There is Junqueira.
Now, we've been told that they're on different strategies as far as the option tire. Bruno Junqueira started on the softer option tire. Paul Tracy didn't like it the few times he had it on his car, so what should be an advantage, they haven't found that to be the case with the Forsythe team. They don't have confidence in that option tire. I think they're going to, as we see A.J. Allmendinger coming into the pits, we're going to see Paul Tracy probably, I think, push that off as long as he can and try to run the option tires on his shortest stint.
And up, down to Calvin.
A.J. Allmendinger making his 2nd pit stop of the day on the first stop after that incident on lap 1. They did not top him up with fuel for some reason, so they had to come in again. This is the 2nd set of option tires. So our 2003 Atlantic champion is back underway, and this morning we had a new first round winner in Scotsman Ryan Dalziel taking round 1 in the Toyota Atlantic Championship, guys.
Allmendinger making his way back out onto the race course is a lap down in 14th position at the moment in his debut in the Champ Car Series.
It's going to be interesting to watch how this plays out strategy-wise, but even though Allmendinger's a lap down, this is that divergent strategy we were talking about, and even though he's a lap down, we're going to be able to gauge how it would have worked if he'd been on the lead lap. He's the only driver to have made a green flag pit stop. If you get a caution at any point now, all the time he made up by stopping under green relative to the leaders will be given back to him in the form of a big gift. He'll bunch right up to the back of the lead pack.
There's Tagliani, who is running in 3rd position at the moment. The option tire really is a bit of a misnomer. You have no option. You've got to run them.
But that's a name that the teams got familiar with from a few years ago. It was the alternate compound, the option tire. And then when they said, let's bring back a different compound, they said option. And Bruno Junqueira comes into the pits. This is at the end of lap 25. And I'll tell you what, this is very interesting because you have to go to lap 27 if you want to make the race on 2 stops. So that's the magic number everybody's shooting for. Junqueira clearly couldn't make it.
Team manager is TZ. He's on the radio to Bruno right now. I said, is there any problems? Why the stop so early? He said, no problems. Whoa, away he goes. They have taken the option tires off and put on a regular set.